We're asking questions tonight about the impact of novelty adoptions of rabbits every year around Easter. Animal advocates are once again giving their annual warning, as many who do go through with adopting a rabbit don't understand how complicated their care can be. And joining us now to talk about caring for these animals and their adoptions this time of year is the director of Our Farm Sanctuary, Sophia Kartsonis. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Let's talk about these rabbits. How often do you see or hear about issues with them being returned?
Oh, way too often. Um, you know, their care, as you said, is really complicated. I've been in rescue a long time, and I one day responded to a Craigslist ad where a rabbit was being given away for office supplies. And I thought, how hard can it be to save this bunny? And I found out pretty quickly from the experts at Dayton House Rabbit and Ohio House Rabbit that it's a lot more complicated than you think. So people get them, they don't know what they're in for, and the next thing is they abandon them.
And do you notice that there are more rabbits being adopted and given as gifts around this time of year because of the Easter holiday?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the care then. So let's say somebody is considering this. I know a lot of times when people have children, they think it's a nice gift to get the rabbit or even the little bunny for Easter. So what do they need to be considering if they want to make sure that they're capable of doing this? What does the care look like?
Care involves a different habitat than you might think. They need a sort of a pen around a pen. Rather than go into all the specifics because it's a several page document, I will tell you that that document's available through, I know Ohio House Rabbit and Columbus House Rabbit have it, and I believe Dayton House Rabbit does. But it's, I mean, it's a thick little tome of care, treatment, special foods. It's not just sort of put them in one of those little pens and play with them once a day. They need a lot more enrichment, and they're a lot more medically fragile than you think, and their care can be a lot more expensive. They're more expensive to spay than any cat or dog, so pretty tricky.
Yeah, speaking of a cat or dog, let's say a family is simply looking for a new pet to add to their household. What would be some of the first steps that they can take in order to explore what animal might be a best fit for that family?
I would say, look, if you're looking to a cat or a dog, look at the specific breeds that you might be looking at and, see what their attributes are, see what they need. Do you have time to do extensive grooming? Do you have time to play with an animal that's a working, a dog that's a working dog? Is a dog that's an escape artist really great for your environment? Is a cat that requires a lot of grooming or has kind of one of the flat face breeds like a Persian? Is that something that you want to deal with? And the answer can be yes, but I would say go to the experts. Come to places like ours. There are plenty of wonderful sanctuaries and rescues in the area, and just look into the breed. We will be really honest with you, and a lot of times we see ourselves as matchmakers. We're looking to help you get the animal that's right for your family.
Yeah, we definitely want people to do their research, and we want to make sure that once these animals get into a home, that it is their forever home. Sophia Kartsonis, the director of Our Farm Sanctuary, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.